So, welcome guys. I'm going to say everything I just said all over again. Make sure the spec dashboard's up there. Make sure the chat is here as well. Sir Lawrence, thank you for the host. And we have Jordan23 playing Bact. Wow. Jordan23, as I was just saying, I loaded the wrong game. Jordan23, first time he's been playing in 3 months, and he's playing Bact. Both fantastic players. And Jordan, notably, has not played in a very long time, so it'd be really good to be able to watch him play. So Jordan23 is here in the blue. He's playing as the Koreans, and then Bact is in the orange, playing as the Koreans as well. So this is a this is a mirrored matchup, but non-Hun war, which we see a lot of on Woodline. And I'm sorry, I have to actually just do this one more time and just tab out so the chat is updated. So Jordan hasn't played in a long time, and he's a fantastic player. A lot of people said he quit AOC. I think Viper, who knows him best, has actually said he said a week or two ago in someone's Twitch chat, and this isn't word for word, but that he's done, or that he's focusing on real life and he's not going to be able to get back to it or something. So to be able, I mean, understandable, right? But for him to be able to get back and play some games, and to play versus Bact as well, who's, I mean, probably not as rusty, if rust is the thing that Jordan ever finds, then that's going to be really, really cool. It's going to be really, really cool to see if Jordan can still win some high-level games. And plus, it's Jordan. I think he will be able to, and it'll just be fun to watch him in general. So, let's take a look at the maps. And again, I will say, if the sounds are not good, tell me. I have a lot of things that still need to be worked out. And so if the game sounds too quiet, too loud, my voice too quiet, too loud, let me know. But Jordan's Woodline, kind of interesting. It's really far away, as is the gold. I mean, if you comparison to the TC, it's actually quite far away. And the gold's right up against that Woodline as well, which means you can't really build another lumber camp that's going to be very nice. But still, saying that, his other lumbers are not much better, so that's probably his best one. He does have this nice cliff here, which is actually kind of nice in this situation. He has 2 golds, and he could wall off this potentially, or even wall here, wall towards his TC, and free up all this space. And so that'd be very, very nice. And Ash, welcome to the stream. So, that we have with the golds and the wood. Other forward golds out here. I do not see any stones for Jordan, which is interesting. Oh, there we go. There's the main stone, and then he has the other stone out here. Stone could be important. I mean, Koreans, of course, get the free guard tower upgrade in the Castle Age. So, we'll just have to see if any of these guys do choose to use the stone. It's not common at this level. Looks like now for Bact, we're going to have to pay attention to him. We have the scout here from Jordan. Jordan could choose to do something with it, but just typical stuff right now with the build for Bact. So Bact's map, he has 2 back golds, much like Jordan's. He has an easy wall here. His boar is all the way out there. He can see it, but he's going to warn his deer right now. And Jordan just ran by there as well, so I wonder if Jordan gets back around, could possibly cause some harm. I'm not sure, but very nice from Bact to be able to warn these deer. Jordan's scouting, so he's unable to do that. And so that's going to be a huge bonus. If you can warn those deer, it's really important to do so. Alright, so for stones then, we do have 1 back stone, it looks like, for Bact, and other ones up on the hill. I do like his Woodline much better, though it's very close. He also has wood in the back, so that 1 gold is disrupting it. Maps overall aren't too bad for these players. Bact is saying that this boar has not come in or something, but it's hard to follow these players. Oh! I'm not gonna lie, I kind of knew what was gonna happen because I did load the wrong game first, but so it was like commentating, but I knew the future. But Jordan was just knowing that this boar was already here because he ran by it, and just waiting for the vill to come out without loom, and he attacked it. And Jordan says die in the chat. But yeah, so he's gonna have to run away now as the scout's chasing him down from Bact. But he's gonna get the hill advantage here, so going to be interesting. So I'm going to pay attention to the builds. Bact's coming up then from Jordan23, and it looks as though he will be going for a Drush. And these scouts are still fighting. I think Bact will be okay there. So potentially a Drush here. I mean, Bact's coming out around the 18-19 vill mark. Normally what it means, we do have, yep, the 1 on gold, so it's probably what we're going to see. Then for Bact back at home, he has his barracks coming up as well. He's just now bringing in... Oh, did he lose a villager there? Yeah, he lost a villager there, and you know what? That's on Bact, because, I mean, of course we missed it. We would have assumed he would have been able to bring that in, but he was probably focusing on the scout conflict, which is still going on. And you have to be careful with this one as well. He should be able to get it in. He has a couple weak ones here as well, but, yeah, he lost a vill. And I'm not sure if he sent the weak one out or what, but it's really, really bad. And Jordan's a little bit of harassment, I guess, paid off, if you can call it harassment. I mean, just a little bit of problems he was causing there. So Drush is coming out from both players. It looks like Jordan 23 is just kind of house walling along the front, and he could easily wall this in the back as well. And probably Drush into crossbows, but we'll have to just pay attention. I mean, this extra deer income, if you can call it, from Bact is going to be really helpful. Jordan, I'm not seeing any deer. In fact, all his deer are on the front. I don't think he's going to be able to collect them safely. And looking at his oh, he's making an extra militia right now. Does he have loom? Yeah, he does not have loom, so he's going without loom, and he's going for 5 militia. That's a really interesting decision, because not going for a loom could be really risky. He's going out to more gold now, but if it does pay off, it could really catch Bact off guard, but Bact is coming this way. And, yeah, interesting decision. Jordan coming back with a bang, if you could call it that. We'll have to see if it's a bang. It could be the opposite. What's the opposite of a bang? A dud? I don't know. I guess he could see right now he needs to wall this up, but mining can't possibly going up there. I don't know. He needs to definitely get loom shortly because the Drush will be coming in. But has Bact scouted him? Bact has not scouted him at all. You know what? His scout's down here. He assumes that Jordan is over here, but he's not. And that's really, really good for Jordan, because we obviously know Jordan knows where Bact is. And Bact, I think, might be going back to defend now. I'm not sure. You know, he probably sees this relic, and he sees there's no TC here. He's like, man, I am on the wrong side of the map. Sheesh. That's really, really bad. And Bact now, he's going to see 5 militia coming in. And this is not good. I mean, 3 houses going up as a kind of a quick wall there. The scout did go down for Jordan, which is kind of messy. But he hasn't played in 3 months, or at least no one's seen him play for 3 months. Who knows? He might be on some secret account on some secondary computer with no AKA. But Drush is coming in. His villagers are exposed. Is Bact going to try and wall them in? Yep, there you go. He's just gonna sucker Jordan in there. And Bact, wow. Hold on, hold the phone. Just so you know, my spec dashboard is not working properly. As you can see, we have the feudal age coming in for Bact, and it's not saying anything in the top right. So spec dashboard's not working, and it should fix for the next game. I don't know if I can refresh it or how that works, but generally it does bug every once in a while. So Putty Cake, this was played earlier today, but Bact is going forward. I'm going to have to do everything on the fly, which is, I think, fine and a 1v1, and fine now that I know it. But the Vill's going forward from Bact, and he is on early stone as well. Remember, as Koreans, they have fantastic towers. Jordan has done nothing with these extra militia. He actually hasn't even attacked 1 villager, and a couple extra militia then from Bact, and he's going to be able to get man-at-arms, I think, be able to clean that up. He has 3 on gold then, and we'll have to see. So, if forward is here, that's going to be, I think, more important now that Jordan, who's not yet in the feudal age, sees this than anything. He's going to have these forward villas. Oh, we could possibly see these wolves. We do... see, is Bact going to... Oh, here's the conflict now. The vills are actually fighting. There's no man-at-arms upgrade in yet from Bact. He is researching it. And, wow, it looks like all these units going down there from Jordan. So it's really, really bad for Jordan. A couple idols here from Bact still, but, you know, it's definitely worth it to not lose any villagers there. And, wow, that one's on 1 HP, but still, look at this, 2 ranges. Well, we have Blacksmith and range going up then from Jordan. He is not expecting this pressure. In fact, where is the pressure coming? Ooh, interesting. You know, Bact might not have the scouting for this because he's putting up a tower there. that tower is doing nothing. And if anything, it's just going to buy Jordan a little bit of time. I mean, if he just went 2 forward ranges, he could possibly cause Jordan some problems. But I like Jordan's positioning. He's going for 2 ranges here. He's also going to just build the house here across, and he's almost fully walled at this point. And Bact's going to see all this with his scout. Comparing resources, then Jordan is getting close to click up to the Castle Age, while Bact is pretty much committed to a forward. And while the forward could work, that tower is accomplishing nothing. And he's getting the scouting now, Bact, but, you know, he probably got in it too late. He wouldn't have put that tower there, I guarantee it, if he got the scouting a little bit earlier. And now he sent these vills forward. They haven't even built a range, actually. And I don't know if he's sending them back or what. I assume he can see the other 2 ranges there from Jordan. And Jordan is on the way to the Castle Age now. So, really interesting. Jordan has lost his 5 militia Drush, but his just eco balance has been fantastic throughout. I mean, it just didn't matter. Also, I think Bact is just kind of at fault for not doing anything with his 4 forward vills. I mean, he's just sending them right back. Let's run forward, build a tower, 2 palisades, and run back home. Kill 2 wolves while we're at it as well. I mean, just really, really poor stuff. And actually, what are these vills doing? I'm not even sure what these vills are doing here. He's gonna mass stone wall, and well, it's not the first time we've ever seen that. And you could be right, windscreen wipers. I'd have to count bodies here, but you know, Bact could have lost a vill. But he certainly won the fight, I think. I mean, he killed the Drush. It's really hard to tell in all of that madness. But speaking of madness, we have 6 vills here walling. Bact knows he's in trouble. But I just don't see how this Wong's going to accomplish anything for him. I mean, even, like, he's going to get the tower up here. But still, crossbows can fire over this Woodline and kill villagers. Also, if he relocates Woodline, crossbows can still reach this as well. Even if he relocates to this Woodline, I guess this is his only safe Woodline for now, and it's going to be really rough for him, seeing as right now, he's just getting wheelbarrow. He is not clicked up. Jordan 23 is about to hit up, and Archers here also has a couple units here as well, and Jordan's probably just going to full boom. Well, not full boom, but he's definitely going to prioritize the boom once he realizes there's stone walls. Very smart from Bact to wall, though, because if Bact did not get these walls up in towers, he would just be dead. But here you go. Archers are here. And these archers being here now is actually kind of interesting. I mean, there's no stone walls behind them. And this house is going to go down a lot faster than any stone walls. But as you can see, Bact, he's going to build another tower there. Just towers everywhere. And towers are going to keep him relatively safe for now. But it is really idling to continually toss units into the towers. As you can see, he's going to stonewall behind the houses now. So, for Jordan then, I mean, he made 2 ranges. He's made a lot of crossbows. He's not going to be able to get the second TC up right away, but he will do it as soon as possible now, I think. He knows what the situation is, and he knows that, you know, his opponent's in a bit of trouble. So he's going to just try his very best to boom it out. And he might try and enter one specific area, or at least cause, like right now, is going to attack a house and cause Bact to try and wall behind it or tower behind it again. Very smart to put these crossbows behind the wood lines, like I spoke of. But this wood line's the only one that's really safe right now. So, it looks like a militia going down there from Bact. But there is another TC from Jordan. Jordan is 5 villagers behind right now, but remember, Bact still has not clicked up to the next stage yet. So when Bact does that, he's going to have an idle TC, and with that idle TC, that means he will not be able to create any villagers. And as Jordan is going up to another TC now, that means Jordan has a huge advantage. He, of course, can get Bowsaw, he can get a lot of researchers, which will help his economy even more. And this is really, really bad from Bact. He has towers everywhere. He's in the feudal age. I mean, Jordan hasn't even gotten +2. He's not even worried. He's not worried at all. Bact hasn't even clicked up, and we're looking at 22 minutes almost. So, it's not looking good for Bact. So, Oh, what is this? I somehow missed this, but it's nothing really hugely important. I was on Jordan's point of view, and this hasn't really done anything. This tower here, Jordan actually hasn't seen yet. There's a weird tower here next to the cliff, and it just caused problems on the gold, but it doesn't reach it. And, I mean, it will in time. It might cause problems later in the game, but that's really funny. There's also a stable here, and more towers from Bact. I'm not sure what this is going to accomplish. I'm not even sure if this tower will go up if another crossbow comes around. But now Jordan sees it. That is really, really interesting. So Siege Workshop then coming up from Jordan 23, as is the third TC. And like I said about the Vil count, Jordan's level on terms, and on the way to the Castle Age's box, so it's going to just grow in Jordan's favor. Yeah, no one really knows what Jordan's plan is as far as coming back to AOC or what he's doing, but this is just so interesting. These towers here from Bact, I think it's just so odd. But he is going to go with a monastery here, Siege Workshop. Be interested to see if he's going to go for a Mangonel and try and focus down these towers. Of course, he does have this gold. Once this one runs out, he will have to go to this gold, and that tower will cause him some problems. But he's in a good position, let's be honest. He's getting Town Watch now, so we can see a little bit more. But more than anything, he has 3 TCs running right now. He's just going to grow in villager lead, and he's also going to have full map control, with the exception of the fact he doesn't have control in this small area. But look at this villager, just trying to cause problems, and it's gonna die. It's gonna have more problems for his own team now as it goes down, and I'm not sure what Bact is trying to accomplish here. This isn't gonna win him the game. I guess now this is all he can do, I guess, as he's on his way up to the Castle Age. But yeah, Blotch, I have replied Happy New Year, and to everyone else as well. But yeah, pretty interesting. But the Castle Age upgrade does come in for Bact, and that Vil's going to go down as it runs away. Or is it going to go down? It's going to be close. Oh yeah, there's a cross. Yeah, that crossbow is going to seal its fate. As will the tower as well, which means that tower kind of a waste. This stable going to be walled in, I assume. And now 11 Vils ahead for Jordan, which means Bact's going to have to kind of do an all-in. He's putting a TC up here. Oh, is the TC going to get stopped by a couple of these crossbows? I mean, 3 of them could do it. And wow, Jordan's going to stop this TC. That's really, really interesting. He still kept the map control up here. He still has a couple units over here as well. Now, this TC will go up, but they try to collect wood, especially if Jordan gets +2. Is not going to be pretty. TC in trouble over there. On stone then is Jordan. Actually a knight coming out from Bact to try and stop this stable from getting walled in. I'm not sure about that decision. I mean, what's he really going to do with the stable right now? Anyway, I guess one knight could come out to try and counter the Mangonels. That's great. But one moment as I adjust the location of my microphone again. I'm trying to really find a proper location for everything, and I'm having a little bit of trouble right now doing that. Oops, sorry. And so I'm working at it. So Jordan just has a huge lead right now. He's nearing a 20 villager lead. He has the map control. He's going to take down these towers, and Bact looks like he cleaned up these Mangonels. He cleaned up those units with the Mangonel, and he's going to get the TC up. But he can't catch up in a boom. He really can't. He's got to get to the Imperial Age maybe and do something, or do something in the Castle Age. I'm just not sure what the play is here for Bact if he has one. And it looks like now he's going to boom behind his stone walls. Like, as you can see, he's going up to, well, castle there. But he's going to go up to 4 TCs total and go put a castle up on that hill. And that's actually a decent castle. I mean, I'm not really pleased with it going up at the 29-minute mark where he's trying to, like, have it save his game, possibly. But it's a good position because it secures this TC, it secures this Woodline, it secures 2 golds and a stone. But the fact that, you know, Bact really, like 30 minutes in the game, needs a castle like this, or he's going to be up against it, that's not good. If it was possibly closer in the eco, then I'd be thinking a little bit differently. So Jordan's going with his own castle. He, of course, has been on stone for quite a while, and I think Jordan's in a good position here to win this game. The only weird issue for Jordan is he's going to have to push out to other wood lines. It is good that he's going to clean up this tower because he needs this wood line shortly. And, oh, but the Mangonel needs to be... Oh my gosh, Jordan, please. I know you're rusty. Oh no, the Mangonel. One more hit. Oh, the Mangonel's dead, and there's 6 HP on the tower. Oh man, that's the definition of rust right there. Yeah, I guess he could attack it. He could attack it with, okay, crossbows. That works fine. Oh man, it's not every day you see something like that. But a little bit unlucky, if anything. I can't call it rusty, but more wagons coming out from Bact then to combat the crossbows, I assume. And man, that's that was really interesting. But Jordan's going to have this wood line, and that's good for him. He does need to be careful. The monks are going to be good at converting these war wagons, and where are they from Bact? Well, they're over here, and they're going to try and clean up now, I think, these couple crossbows, which are going to cause problems to his wood line. Still no +2 from Jordan, so I don't think Jordan's really worried about spending all those resources right now. He's going to try and get up to Imp, and he's getting close to it. Remember, the spec dashboard isn't working for this game. I have an inkling as to why, but right now I won't discuss it, and it'll be fixed for the next games. These units did get cleaned up. There's no doubt about that. And just Jordan's resources are going to be so good. Bact actually caught up, though. Bact's caught up with his eco somehow, and he has a good castle positioning. I have to feel like Bact could somehow pull... I'm just like leaning towards Jordan because he's Jordan, but Jordan hasn't done anything in the castle age, really, except sit back and boom. But Bact went up to an extra TC. He's actually on total of 4, and he's been quite fine. His Vil count is okay. The only thing now is that Jordan's on his way up to Imp, while, oops, wrong button, while Bact has yet to click. So that could be something that would be bad for Bact, but Bact is clicking now, and there's not a huge difference in times. So we'll just have to pay attention now as to what these guys' units' choice are. Has a couple war wagons coming out. Any of these guys have any relics? Well, 1 relic for Jordan, but that's still like late game, and I'm seeing a lot on stone, so I'm wondering if we're going to see trebs and like multiple castles. It looks like now with the university coming up from Jordan, he will possibly go with, well, there's another castle you can get with chemistry for sure. And, oh wow, this could be huge. There's a castle going up there from Bact, and there's crossbows here, and there's a Mangonel. I think this will be a good fight for Bact, actually. He has a couple war wagons, and he has more war wagons, actually. And his Mangonel should be able to get this castle up. Now, this castle is going to secure this gold, and that's fantastic positioning as well. But why is Jordan trying to micro this? I do not know. He's microing into war wagon fire. I guess he wants to stop the castle, but he's going to pick off as many vills as he can. He's gotten 1, and he's gotten 2. But I guess he's going to try for the Mangonel here as well. Is he going to get it? Because there are repairs up, but now he's going to try and focus down the vills, and I think that's definitely a wise move, but didn't get any vills. He can go back, and has to be careful not to lose the war wagons. I guess now he's just fleeing, and he did just lose 1. It's kind of interesting, but lots of war wagons out now from Bact. What's going to be the choice? 2 castles from him. We have 2 castles then from Jordan 23 as well, and we'll see how quickly the trebs come out. He's going for a treb right away. Also, he's getting bracer. He has not yet researched chemistry. He is getting the wood upgrades. Remember, spec dashboard isn't working. I had to do everything on the fly, but that's completely fine with me, honestly. That's what I thought casting was until I came to Woodline. So, all right, whatever. Back to what it used to be. Still, chemistry. Okay, it is coming in, and I guess that's going to be huge in time. It's a slow research, so it takes a lot of time to bring in. This relic here, Jordan really wants it. Is he running the... I don't know if he's coming this way for it or what. You see this? What is Jordan doing with his monk? Is he running into this corner looking for more relics or what? Because of course he knows that there's a relic here. He knows there's a relic here and he can't get to that one. He could possibly get to this one if he wins a fight with Bact holding it. I wonder if he'd be tempted to run here. He could actually grab that, you know. He could actually go and snag that. But, alright. Yeah, Happy leaves. The bug is just if you reload another game sometimes, but it's okay, man. Thanks for watching the streams recently, by the way. So both these guys are in Imperial Age. As far as upgrades are concerned, just the defense upgrade is what Jordan has over Bact right now. He just got chemistry in, but he doesn't have the numbers, he doesn't have the hill, but there is a conversion and a little bit of nice monk micro as well, and he's bringing more numbers in and a treb, and this is looking really good now. It looks like, oh, the poor monk has died, but back to the fight. This is looking really good for Jordan now. He has the numbers, he has the tech, and, well, level on tech now, but still, he can push, and even if this castle goes up from Bact, I think that the treb will just take it down. It's like full war wagons right now, which is interesting, and enough war wagons to just almost one-shot most of these units, and castle is going to go up, so Jordan's going to need to go back. And I'm paying attention to see if any of these guys get elite war wagon, because it's doable for sure with the resources Jordan has. Just look at, there's over 1,000 wood, food, and gold. Well, for Bact, he is on slim resources, and I don't think he'll be getting it. Oh, he already has the research coming in. That's why you need to be on the fly without this dashboard. All right, so what about Jordan? Okay, he has it coming in as well, and so he's going to just stick to his treb here. I could be wrong, but a little bit of elevation. He's just below that hill, so he's firing uphill, and the shots from the treb are actually not going to be doing as much damage because of that. And also, Bact's trebs as well are going to do a little bit more damage upon the treb of Jordan, so that's interesting. 3 castles soon for Jordan. He's running out of stone there. These guys are going to be pushing for the center of the map shortly. Jordan has still 1 relic, but this is the fight we need to pay attention to. We have 3 trebs here from Jordan now. He's packed the one up. He has a couple of vills here just to repair because he's not building anything. He doesn't really have the wood to build either. And one thing Jordan's missing is, oh, he's going for stables actually, because he's getting the defense upgrade, but one thing he's missing is the last defense upgrade on his war wagons, and that can be costly, but he is going to take this castle down at this rate. It will go down now, and if he wins this fight, he can push in and possibly take the trebs out as well, as Bact is going back, and he's choosing to fight with his trebs, which could be really bad. Where are the stables then? Stables going up here from Jordan, and those stables, they could be really, really nice to run in here and cause some problems. In fact, he's getting light cav, and he has the resources for Hussar and lots of them. Wow, so many trebs going down now. Choosing to go bombard cannons, it's an interesting decision, as bombard cannons have 12 range, is like lack of range, but it could pay off. I mean, Bact needs a risky decision to pay off for him right now. I think he hasn't really won any fights this game, and now Jordan can access this relic. I mean, he really has wanted them. As you can see, Bact's getting one now. He doesn't have any. I don't know why he didn't get the ones closer to him by now, but you know, he certainly could. Looks like Jordan's focusing out this direction. I'm not sure. I feel like I would hold the hill here, but he's not doing that. And I'm not seeing the Hussar upgrade in just yet. I mean, he does need some gold for that. He's going to push out this way. And he has Vills coming out to join the party. I say party because it's New Year's Eve, or at least it's New Year's or something. I mean, depending on your time zone. But, yeah. What is the plan here from Jordan 23? He's going to push in, try and gain the access to this gold, maybe. If anything, he's going to wall over here as well, and just know that Bact's going to come in this area. But winning this hill is a huge deal in my opinion. He's going to send a monk out here though and try and get that relic, but he is going to push in. And you know what? Bact isn't ready for this at all. Bact has nothing here. Bact is kind of thinking the exact same way that I was thinking, that this hill is important, and he was at the base of his castle as well. And now stables are coming up here from Jordan. Is he going to be able to do enough damage? I mean, there's a little bit of gold here he can collect, and he could push in and raid with these light cabs. Does he have Hussar coming in? He does. And this could be a big deal because there are a lot of trebs here. There's 4 of them. That castle go down pretty quickly. And Bact, he's still quite a ways away. But I do like the Halb choice. I mean, the Halb's not only good against Hussars, but they are also very good against elite war wagons if they get close enough. Elite war wagons, they're expensive, and also they can be countered pretty easily, like I said, by mass Halb. So, you know, if you, both these guys, I guess, are at 150 builds near for both these players. I think these mass Halbs would be pretty good against elite war wagons if they can get the mass and distraction. But as you can see, there's not enough mass here. They're not getting any good shots. And this castle is being repaired by a lot of villagers. Bact's coming over, a castle behind this attack from Jordan. I just love this, it's awesome. But here we have the bombard cannons from Bact, and I said it would have to pay off. And the Hussars coming in, the Hussars could possibly pick off these bombard cannons, and one's going down. The Hussars were a nice choice for that, for sure. I don't know how they'll fare, though, against the base of this castle here. Is the castle going to stay up? It's going to survive another no! Oh, it was so close! I couldn't tell. But, you know what? I think Bact is winning this fight if he keeps the castle. Oh, no, he didn't keep the castle, though. That's a huge deal. I thought he was actually going to win that fight, but it's so hard to call. He just doesn't, now that he doesn't have the castle, he can't make any more elite war wagons. He has to flee with all these villagers. Now that I say that, Jordan seems to have a lot more numbers. Down here, he's sending in some Halbs, but he doesn't have enough. And tried to build a sneaky barracks as well. Looks like that Ville was picked off. And not having that castle for protection is a huge deal. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, man. So these traps are going to just be able to fire as well. And they've killed a bombard cannon and a couple units there. And they're going to continue to do that, as you can see. I think Jordan has definitely gained a foothold. I wasn't sure, but it looks like he definitely will be able to push in now if he continues up this alley. And Hussars, they're not doing too much raiding right now. I think they could get in the Woodlines. As you can see, a couple Hussars here could get some significant kills. And in fact, Bact is having a wood problem. He needs to call the doctor, get some Viagra, because he's having a wood problem. He has no more wood lines shortly, and he's going to have to push out here. And he definitely can't go this direction unless he wins a fight. So, Jordan's putting a real ballsy mining camp here, and he's going to lose these villagers potentially. Look at the Halbs just, like, really pulling their own weight here. I think Halbs would be a wise choice for Bact. He really needs to just go heavy into Halbs, but Jordan... I guess he got a little bit of gold there, but this fight's interesting. It's really interesting. As you can see, I mean, Bact is not really hesitating to try and push out and take this castle down, but he's not winning this fight. He's losing a lot of war wagons, and that's not good for him. This fight is looking rough if he doesn't have any support units, especially the war wagons himself, and he's trying to push down in this direction. But now Halb's coming in from Jordan as well, and Jordan does have almost full upgrades. Does he have defense? Well, he doesn't just yet, actually. But he will be level on upgrades if he gets the last defense. And I think he'll be fine to stop these rams and trebs as well. So back on this side, you know what? I think at this point, Jordan could just patrol in and win this fight. He could patrol in and win this fight with the Halbs, with the Hussars. He could easily do that. Interesting choice to cap rams though from Bact. I say it's interesting because it could actually be a nice move for him. It's another one of those moves that would have to pay off though, because if it doesn't pay off, I don't see him winning the game. Jordan right now has more relics. He has 3. Bact has 1. He's just getting the second one now. And cap rams will soak up a lot of, I don't know if you can say arrow fire, but certainly bolt fire, or whatever these things are. I guess they're big arrows from the war wagons, but as you can see, the cap rams would be good, but he has no support behind the cap rams. It's just purely cap rams right now. It's just a couple war wagons. And it looks like down at the bottom side, he's getting cleaned up here as well. I mean, he's trying to be sneaky, but Jordan, he defined sneaky. And, oh, as I say that, he's putting a keep up there as well. And that's going to stop the wood line. And we know Bact has a wood problem. And that's going to add to his wood problem. Jordan, I think, needs to push in and take this now. He needs to definitely just stop messing around, push in. But Cap Rams, they're tanky. They're tanky units. And right here, Bact is massing up another army. So it's getting to be the point where these guys are going to run out of gold. And when that happens, I think the elite war wagons for Jordan are going to be more important. You know, keep alive, of course. And oh, Jordan, lots of stone. He's going to run. I think he's going to try and put a castle up. I think he's going to run in and put a castle up on this area. And I wonder if Bact expects it because he's putting up a keep now. Looks like that treb's going to go down. A lot of villagers are bunched in there, hiding behind the wagons. And as you can see, the keep is just slaying so many units. Wow, Jordan's just playing fantastic at this point. I mean, he's put the keep up. He's going to build a gate here and send hussars to raid this wood line, as he can see it now. And I don't see Bact really stopping this now. He does not have the military numbers, or at least the type of military he needs. And this castle will come up. It will come up at some point. I mean, well, it could come up. He's actually here for the gold. I shouldn't have said will, I guess, but still, I'll stick to my statement that at least that Bact is not going to be able to pull this back unless he does something special. He's going to push in here. And the weird thing is that Jordan's in like 3 places at once, so he's on the left a little bit. He's at the top, and if he doesn't actually push him on the top and he loses the middle, that could be a problem for him. So he does have to push. He's been here for quite a while. Bact is going to push in. The relics are right there for Jordan, so plus his castles are here. He needs to hold on to these castles. 3 trebs from Bact firing upon this castle. There's Alps, there's skirms even here. So this is nice for Bact. He's able to hold to this hill and potentially just take this castle down. Jordan's just scrambling everything there right now. And still trying to push in here. All these guys having huge problems with lumber, I'd say. Spread all over the map. Now look at the amount of idols there from Bact. In fact, I'll check the idle time. Well, the spec dashboard is, of course, not working for this game, so I cannot actually check that. Jordan still keeping this castle up. He's going to push out now. I think if Bact loses the middle and the top, he would probably call the GG. And will he be able to hold it? Because Jordan now is still holding this castle. He's made elite war wagons. He has so much more gold in his possession. Has to do with the relics and also the extra maps he's secured. But he might be able to focus down some of these trebs. There's 4 here now. He's slowly losing this castle, so he needs to take some good fights. And he's taking one of the trebs out. Bact is not realizing, so I think his treb will go down as well. Only 3 units. Really poor. And castle should stay up. Interesting thing is that Jordan's running out of stone. I do not know if he's purchasing it or what. But I don't think there's any huge worry for him at this point. He has 3 trebs up here he can unpack. And he can just push on in here with all of these units and raid a lot of farmland. I'd say eco, but most of the wood eco for Bact is actually not where his main town wants to lie. So that's the interesting aspect of it. Now here the castle's still alive. Good counter from Bact to go with skirms. And the skirms, they counter the house pretty easily, but you go with skirms and there's elite war wagons in there. Elite war wagons will just shred the skirms. So the skirms are probably going to be short-lived here. As will the trebs at this rate because the hussars are there as well. That is something that Bact has not had this game. And that castle's not even being repaired anymore. He knows the treb's going to go down. This one's going to go down as well. Jordan's kind of fallen back on this side because no support for his war wagons. I mean, the Alps are strong against war wagons. Like I said, they really are. And it's become kind of stalemate-y in the middle and the top. So let's take a look at the resources. We have Jordan's resources. I mean, he can make a lot of trebs and war wagons with this wood and gold. Then Bact, he actually has a lot of gold. He is pop capped, but he's lacking on the wood and the food, and you need those resources, of course. But he can definitely regain this gold, potentially even take this castle down if he takes a good fight. He does have this hill here, which is really good for Bact. I just feel really, really bad for him. His wood eco is just so bad, and you know what? Look at that. He can see the stables there with his line of sight of his lumber camp. But you know, he has to win the fight in the middle now because he has so many villagers here. I mean, they're both at around 130 villagers, and they have to make sure they keep that villager mark alive because they're making a lot of trash. Meanwhile, Jordan, where's his wood situation at? Well, this is not cute at all. Up here, he's also kind of struggling, so it's getting kind of dicey for the wood eco, and it's pretty interesting if you ask me. So Jordan, he's patrolling in. He's brought all his elite war wagons to the middle, right where all these villagers are here. And oh, there's Bact. I think Bact is kind of just giving this game right now. He knows it's over. He's fighting with the villagers, and there's no way he's going to actually get anything from that. Fighting the elite war wagons. Also, he's building an outpost there, and those villas will die. The trebs, he's nothing to really engage them. Here, Jordan actually has something to support his elite war wagons with his own Alps, his own Hussars. At the top, he's actually going to lose his castle, but there's not much gold left there. Only about, like, well, 800 is actually an awful lot. But still, this middle ground is so huge because if you lose the wood, you lose so much. And Hussars coming out of these stables then from Jordan, going to kill these villas as well. And Bact is losing so many villagers. He has to replenish from here as well, so these TCs are sending the villagers an awful long way to the Woodlines. And still, Bact has to win the fight now in the middle. Oh, and capped rams now from Jordan 23, which is a nice move. And he's realizing that they're really nice. Bact has been doing that to him. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't thrown in skirms at this point because we're not seeing a lot of war wagons from Bact. So skirms would be a nice move to counter these Halbs. He's still going with Hussars. I mean, Hussars are great to counter or kill villagers rather than just raid. But as you can see, there's like Halbs everywhere, so they get cleaned up pretty quickly. They're really expensive. So, you know, throwing in some skirms, I think if he already has the ranges, would be wise. But look at the damage he is doing. He's cleared up so many buildings. There's just rubble everywhere. He is 3 archery ranges here as well, with lots of skirms in there. And he's killing the siege workshops. He's doing a really nice job. So he has to be careful not to lose up here as well. I mean, he's lost this hill. And tried to cause some issues there with a couple of Alps, not really lasting. So he can't lose this area now with where his villagers are because he's killing Bact's villagers. He can't lose his own. Bact still has 75 military, same as Jordan, even though he's 30 less villagers, but he just can't sustain the same amount of military if you are losing villagers. And looking at Bact's resources, he has still a lot of resources, but it will just not last as long, and especially if he loses his military buildings, he's going to have to reproduce them. What does Jordan have preparing for this fight? There's just some cap ramps and some Halbs, and I think he'll actually be able to take the fight with just Halbs of his own. Oh, he's going long swords now, and is he going... Yeah, two-handed swordsman's in there as well. So he's going to send the two-handed swordsman's in and pretty much clear out the Halbs, which is mainly just Halbs and rams and bombard cannons for Bact. So that's going to be an excellent decision. A bit surprised he didn't throw maybe a couple hand cannons in, but you know, of course, the long swords are going to do an excellent job against the rams, and soon to be two-handed swordsmen. And he sends them in here as well, and that's probably going to scare Bact just a bit because, I mean, still with a lot of resources, but he's going to have to counter them in some way now. These elite war wagons, though, the Halbs have done a decent job against them, really have never been cleaned up. I mean, Jordan has continually produced them. He has done a great job of microing them. As you can see, he's fighting behind the infantry units here. Oh, or is he? Or is he? No, he's not. He's running this way. He's doing something. I'm not sure. Maybe he's running away from something. He's running away from potentially the bombard cannons here. But anyway, his micro has been exceptional as he's trying to micro away from the bombard cannons and pretty much cleaning up this fight. So bombard cannons, if you mass them, are actually pretty good against these war wagons, which only have 8 range. So looking at 12 range for the bombard cannons, and if you have a meat shield in front of them, the bombard cannons can do a good job. And wow, we do have then the longswords coming in for Bact as well. Bact remembers on 2 relics, while 3 relics for Jordan. And I have to think that, like, in my opinion, just looking at the kills, I mean, over 100 more kills for Jordan, plus just watching the game, Jordan seems to have had the better game. Especially just remembering the beginning of this game, I thought it was pretty much over. So to have lasted an hour, it's really nice for Bact. Bact is going into two-handed swordsman himself now. And no champion yet for Jordan. Yeah, he's getting it right now. But, so, if Bact were to pull this out, being down a relic, and being down, I think, a majority of this game, that'd be craziness, but, or clutch, one could say clutch as well. But we'll have to see what happens here, as he's still holding on somehow, and he's reboomed as well. He's at 105 villagers. I just think it's crazy how Bact, like, if you look at the TC, even for Jordan, it's not near any wood whatsoever. So all of his wood is, like, far away from TC's, and, if they do have to reboom, they're sending these villagers an awful long way to wood. But here comes a big fight. We do have the Hussars, which I think from Jordan have been hit or miss. So here comes a hit. He's going to have to go in here and try and hit the bombard cannons. And the elite war wagons are coming in. The champions are coming in. Champion still not in for Bact. The Rams are coming in. Could this be the fight for Jordan to finish off the game? Because the Trebs are focusing down the castle, and oof, wow, that was really bad for Bact. That was just pumping him up, but that's not looking good. He's going to lose this area. Lots of villagers exposed. He doesn't seem to be able to reproduce enough here. He's 30 military down. I talked about him being able to reboom, but oof, that's not good. He's just losing more and more areas of the map. He lost his push over here. Finally, skirms coming out from Jordan as well, and Jordan can see these villagers. It's not like he doesn't see them. There's the GG from the Bact, and I think that was a great game, honestly. If you remember, like, the very beginning, I think sometimes after, like, hour-long matches, you can forget. Bact just, like, walled himself in, and at that point, he was, like, 10 minutes behind to the Castle Age, and I said, wow. Like, in my head, I was thinking, yeah, Jordan has this game easy. Like, this is not going to be a good game. That was a good game, honestly. I thought it was a very good game, and well contested by Bact. And they played another one as well. So, you know, we're going to get into that game in a moment. And let's take a look at the achievements. Okay, sorry for the buggy mouse. But 608 kills for Jordan. 43 buildings raised in his favor as well. Largest army is actually in Bact's favor, probably because of more trash. Bact's collected more gold. Interesting stat. 1,500 more gold, and a lot more wood as well. About, what, 7K more wood. And Jordan had a lot more food, about 8K. So that's interesting statistics there, what Jordan had more stone. The uptimes, though, look at that, about 7-minute time difference up to the Castle Age. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Jordan with a little bit more extra relic gold there. Alright. So,